Hey, this is Amy of MastroStretch, and this video is for anyone who is new to intuitive eating and wants a high-level overview of the 10 principles of intuitive eating. And if you like more in-depth videos about each principle, be sure to check out my playlist, Intuitive Eating Intuitive Eating Principles, by clicking right here. And if you like my channel, please subscribe by clicking right here. So what is intuitive eating? Intuitive eating is a path to personally cultivating a healthy relationship with food, mind, and body. When you can truly honor your internal knowledge of what your mind and body and soul need, you tap into profound strength to get your needs met in every way. It's learning to trust your mind, body, and soul, to create a healthy relationship around food while learning to set boundaries and to take care of yourself without listening to external voices or rules, especially from diet culture. It's about ditching diet culture for good. Sounds pretty good, right? Intuitive eating has 10 principles, so let's just cover them at a high level. So principle number 1 is rejecting the diet mentality. Let's be honest, diets don't work. Oh, I'm sure you've lost weight on a diet. We all have, right? But as soon as you stopped the diet, you started eating all the foods you weren't allowed to have on the diet, probably gained the weight back, and probably more weight than what you lost. And then you beat yourself up that you couldn't stick to it. Like it was your fault. You just couldn't stick to it. Or you didn't have the willpower to stay at it. Does that sound familiar? Yes. The fact is 95% of diets fail. So let me be very explicit here. It's not you, it's the diet. If you hold on to any hope that this one will finally work, the diet industry has you in their grasp. And they're getting even sneakier about it, masquerading as healthy eating plans, clean eating. So let's call a spade a spade. It's damaging to your physical and mental health, and time to let it go. Principle number 2 is honor your hunger. So many times we deny our hunger because we're not supposed to be hungry, or because you're following the rules of a diet or a meal plan. Our bodies know when we're hungry. Babies know this. Kids know this until adults with their rules get in the way. Staying biologically fed with enough calories to function at a high level is imperative. So relearning the skill of noticing when you start to get hungry instead of when you're ravenous, two big different things here, will help you enjoy food more and not overeat to an uncomfortable fullness. Principle 3 is making peace with food. This principle is about giving yourself unconditional permission to eat, no matter what it is, no matter what you want. If you tell yourself that you can't or you shouldn't have a certain food, then it's going to lead to intense feelings of deprivation, which often turn into uncontrolled cravings, then binging. Seeing the cycle here? There's some cycles here that dieting has caused, and these principles will help you overcome and change your thoughts about food and around food. Principle 4, challenge the food police. The food police are the thoughts that we all have in our head, located deep in our psyche. These are the rules that we've established through dieting and external influences like what our family and parents told us to eat and not to eat and when to eat. It's also people, often family and friends, that say to you, your face, that should you be eating that? It's all those thoughts that contribute, all these things that contribute to the food police thoughts that we have. It's that internal dialogue, that negative internal dialogue that we have. So this is a critical step to work on so we're able to return to intuitive eating that we were born with. Principle 5 is discover the satisfaction factor. Through diet and diet culture, we're often denied one of the most basic joys in our life, which is satisfaction in the food that we eat. When you eat what you really want in an environment that's inviting, the pleasure you derive will be a powerful force in helping you feel satisfied and content. And all the principles of intuitive eating are actually around the satisfaction factor. Principle 6 is feel your fullness. So trusting yourself to know what you want to eat, what you need to eat, when you need to eat is critical in knowing how to fill your fullness. With this trust, you can listen to your body and know when you're starting to get hungry and when you're starting to get full, and to stop before you're overly full, or to eat before you're overly hungry. So feeling those sensations in the body are important to rediscover. Principle 7 is cope with your emotions with kindness. This is a big one. Learning to cope with your emotions with compassion and kindness is a critical step in intuitive eating. Food won't fix your issues. It may help provide some comfort in the short term. It may distract you. It may even numb you. But without dealing with your emotions, you'll never find food freedom and truly become an intuitive eater. We all experience anxiety, loneliness, boredom, and anger throughout our life, but learning to cope with them in healthy ways is imperative for intuitive eating, for mind, your mental health, and your physical health. Principle 8 is respecting your body. And this does not mean that you have to love your body, okay? But it does mean you need to respect it. Accepting your genetic blueprint is important, just as important as someone with a size 8 shoe not being able to fit in a size 6. So some people are just smaller. Some people are just larger. It is what it is. All size bodies deserve dignity. And that can be as simple, respecting your body can be as simple as wearing clothes that you feel comfortable in, that fit you well. And most importantly, self-care, like getting enough sleep at night and eating on a regular basis. That's respecting your body. Principle 9 is movement. Feel the difference. So what we're talking about is movement versus exercise. So this rejects the hardcore exercise movement that I think is prevalent, and instead focuses on movement that you enjoy, movement that is easy, and movement that makes you feel good. And it's also about not using movement or physical exercise as punishment for what you ate. And then finally, principle 10 is honoring your health with gentle nutrition. And what does that mean? It means that you're eating, and what you're eating and your goals are matching up, right? So if you say you want more energy, but you're not eating foods that give you more energy, then that's not matching up. And it also means that you're eating a wide variety of foods, including play foods, which some people call junk foods. It also means not eating too much or too little. And it's not about eating what you eat in one day. It's not about what you eat in 1 week. It's about what you eat over time that matters, and that you're making progress, and it's not about perfection. So those are just a high level descriptions, explanations of the 10 principles of intuitive eating. A little tongue twister there. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave me a comment saying, hey, this was great. I like that high level video. And if you want to go more in depth, again, look at the playlist that I have that goes into each principle a little deeper with exercises that you can do. And this is something that you're like drawn to and more interested in, sign up to get on the wait list for my 21-day intuitive eating journey. So I'm going to be launching that soon in 2024. So go ahead and click right here, get on the wait list, and go ahead and take that quiz on that pops up what type of eater you are. And hopefully you will enjoy that as well. And until next week, bye for now.